Welcome back to Tran Wins Tactics Ogre. Win with a knight, win with an archer, and obtain a buff card. Remember that the knight as your guest does not count for this sub-objective, so you'll probably bring Voltar out for your sub-objective and Aracel for your sub-objective. Because this is another cramped map, we'll be bringing all our flyers, as well as our ninjas who can operate sufficiently in all capacities. They can do swords, well, katanas really. They can do ranged attacks, and they can do magic attack. Mainly I like them for their sword and bow combo. Let's go and take a look at the enemy map. I'll go and show this twice because the map is elevation heavy. But here is 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, 4 item, and 5 item. Flip the camera. 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, 4 item, and 5 item. As for random opponents, the ones that are missing is here and here. This will be an archer. All the Hawkmen are archers, by the way. And there'll be a cleric here. The other existing random opponents are here, 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 and here. So basically, all of these guys right here are random. All of these guys here are static or permanent. This is the boss himself, and as a wizard, he's somewhat squishy. The AI of bosses tend to be sit still for roughly 2 turns and then begin moving or playing game. Well, they can still attack, but they generally won't move, like walking. So that's one of the reasons why maybe having a lot of flyers might pay off. Before we begin, keep in mind that the guests you have, if it's not Kashua, when they reach 0 hit points, they will die permanently. They don't go unconscious, they don't retreat, they just die. So to that effect, I've given all of these characters shields and something to protect them with. So for example, instead of a shield and sword combination, even though his proficiency in sword, I gave him shield and crossbow. He has no proficiency in crossbow whatsoever, but he can wield one. He'll level it out fast, but this will hopefully keep him out of harm's way. Same with her, she has a bow, no proficiency in it to start the game with, but hopefully this will keep her alive. Normally you might give a wizard a staff, but you can also give him a dagger and shield combo, which is what Bayan is possessing. I like to see the AI struggle, I like to learn from the AI, and I like to make fun of the AI.
Denim? Here? How did you escape the siege? No matter. It is enough that the wheel has brought us together, traitor. Your bounty is the answer to my prayers.
So far, the AI is 2 for 2 on this map, meaning it has won twice and lost twice. The reason why I'm playing it over again is the first time I did this, and I did win, I wasn't really that pleased with my commentary on it. Generally, my first take, I don't do so well. I've always been a poor speaker, I suppose. So I decided I would try it again. And then my characters, somebody would just run off and get trapped, such as Voltaire. He would run off and get surrounded by the enemy, just like way up there. I'm not even talking about right here. I'm talking way past this. And he'd get killed, or something bad would happen, basically, is what I'm saying. We had a ninja that was over here that got slammed by critical strikes. That was another loss. So hopefully this one will be a win. Let's talk a little bit about some of the topics I covered in my previous attempts at this map. I will say that even though sometimes I might forget what I've already said, it does make my future renditions of the topics a little smoother and less stammery. I think I would like to, if I were playing this without recording, have a very large army of Hawkmen. I understand that Hawkmen have flying, movement, and they take 6 RT per tile. Again, I calculated all this in the previous episode. Agile units, that's typically everybody else, have 5 RT per tile, and slow units, that's typically things like mages and priests, take 4 RT per tile. I'm sorry, reverse that. Agile is 4, slow is 5. You might, while I get that, let's say that this map is 30 tiles wide. I assume that this right here from this corner is maybe from here to here is 10, here to here is 20, and here to here is 30. And maybe you are starting from one end of the map and you're going about 30 and a half, so we'll say 45 tiles. If they move 2 RT faster than, or slower than an agile unit, that's 90 RT. That's only 1 turn. Yes, it is slower than everybody else, but it's only 1 turn difference. 90 RT is 1 turn. You can save a lot more RT by not walking around everywhere. For example, if you are on this lake, you have to whoop, right? And then you can go up these stairs or whatever. Now that's kind of an extreme example because you have to do that. So let's say that you were here instead, and you wanted. I'm sorry. Let's pick this one because it was hard for me to see everybody. If you wanted to go up the stairs from here, you'd have to go about 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. If you're flying, bam, 1 turn. Yes, I do know that he does lose 90 RT if he's crossing 45 tiles worth of space, which is unlikely. That's pretty generous, by the way. So even if you were to count as double turns from flying from one turn instead of counted as 2 turns, that's still a turn ahead than walking. For example, Cecina started here. 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn. Or if she was a flyer, 1 turn. The reason I'm saying all this is I probably would use all Hawkmen, but I don't like that the sprite for all of them is the same, are the same. Whether it's a rune fencer or a wizard, they all look the same. For recording purposes, that's not so good. Also, they cannot, and I do know that they cannot be every class, such as Terror Knight or Ninja, which are among the most popular classes, if not the most. At least in this chapter so far. If I were playing this game again, now that I know a bit more about it, I probably would have made Denim a rune fencer in the beginning. If I were playing normally, by the way. Right now, I'm definitely not playing normally. I'm still not 100% sold on the idea that classes do affect stat growth. I'm completely aware that is a thing. That was a thing in the SNES version of the game, of Tactics Arena of March of the Black Queen. That was a thing in Symphony of War. I mean, I'm familiar with that as a concept. I just haven't seen that taking effect here, and I sure hope someone heals Aerosel. So yeah, I have no idea why my archer has decided to run headfirst into that ninja. I really like the katana finishing one-handed katana finishing strikes. They have a range of 4. So I would think I will enjoy having Denim be a ninja. Additionally, him finally being able to cast magic will leverage his intelligence and mind stats, assuming that ninjutsu is intelligence-based. While it is listed under spells, I have noticed that it does not raise weapon proficiency as, for example, regular combat spells do. Even healing an undead enemy will raise your combat proficiencies. If you happen to be crazy like me and are letting AI take command of your troops, be mindful that melee AI does not really understand how elevation works. I have seen them actually do nothing but in turn from, for example, where Aerosol is and maybe a ninja is here. He'll just sort of stare at her and in turn several times. We'll say like 10 turns in a row. Literally. Because I've done training on this map, and that's basically what happens. Generally, there's a ninja here and a wizard here on the training version of the map, and I'll watch my people just sort of sit here staring up the cliff. So yeah, be mindful that melee AI is not so hot here. Aerosol, maybe you could not go right next to the enemy. For the purposes of the warrior, while initially I did turn off Mighty Blow so that they could use their finishing strike and free up a skill slot for me, I have reversed Denim's abilities on that. Denim is now equipped Mighty Blow as one of his 4 slots, and I've removed his finishing blow attack. The reason for this is he should be able to 100% of the time initiate whatever special effect he has on any weapon that I might possess if he has Mighty Blow enabled. In this case, that is a Zweihander with Reach enabled, which I have purchased for the purposes of recording. In my normal playthrough, I do not have that. I think he's using the Balder Axe. Yeah, I might equip myself a little bit better on the recorded playthrough, just spending whatever money I might have, using whatever resources I might have, again, to make it faster. I don't want each map to be 2 hours or something. And that's not to throw shade on anybody that plays map for 2 hours. I don't have a problem doing that myself. In fact, that's how most of my offline runs work, is I'm just sort of sitting here, surrounding a person, trying to recruit him or whatever. Now, I will recruit almost anybody I can in my offline play, not because I want them for their stats, because I want them for their gear, and then I'll just dismiss them. Remember that you do not have to accept their recruitment offer. Once you've recruited them in the battle, their gear is yours. Oh, you should have healed Aerosol, Voltaire. Do you guys think she's okay? Because I don't think she's okay. I'm gonna take over real quick. Dagon, the mage, he can hit someone for roughly 250 damage or something with his Word of Pain spell, which you will get after the completion of this mission. All of my characters probably have maximum loyalty because they all have maximum proficiency and everything. Raising your weapon proficiency ranks increases their loyalty. For characters who do not yet have weapons, such as my clerics don't yet have a hammer they can wield, I just beat them with hammers, and they level up hammer.
30,000 Goth. So small a sum to save my daughter's life.
That went fairly well. I feel like I forgot a topic I had covered in a previous take on this, but I think that went about as well as can be expected. Let's find out more about Dagon, who we have mercilessly slaughtered. Well, it was in self-defense, to be fair. A Wallister who served no host, paid dues to no order, and forged his own way through the world as a headhunter. Mage of no small talent, Dagon was promoted to a mage instructor for the Knights of Almorica. However, he chose the path of research over that of war, and so built a modest yet fulfilling life with his family. It was when his daughter was visited by a grave illness that he took up headhunting. Such was the nature of her ailment, that magic alone was not enough to cure it, and the expensive medicines her treatment required were far beyond the means of a researcher. Time was of the essence. Dagon quickly made a name for himself as a headhunter, earning the moniker of Dagon the Ruiner for his uncanny ability to track down his marks. He was in Golyat when he happened upon Denham Pavel, attempted to claim his bounty, and was slain for his trouble. Is there anything else to cover? I don't think there is, no. When you reach this area, you will no longer have those 3 guests with you, so if you don't wish to recruit them, go ahead and strip them of the gear. We'll go ahead and real quick show you some of the extra dialogue while they're still guests.
Sorry, but I'm not feeling up to it.
An old man needs his rest. Whatever happened to respect for one's elders?
You need to put your own steel to the test every now and again.
If you don't wish to recruit the 3 characters for whatever reason, go ahead and strip them with the gear at this point.
A nice thought, but I'm fine, truly. Have patience. When my task is done, you'll be rid of me.
A leader of men should not be so quick to break his promises. You have an opinion on everything, haven't you? As it happens, I'm quite happy as a wizard.
Thanks for thinking of me, but I'm good. I don't think you've thought this through. I can hardly leave you now.
Alright, moving on.
Who's there? Answer well, else it's my bow you'll quarrel with.
Hold! He's a friend. It's I, Sistina. Unbend your bow.
Sistina? It is you! Oh, I'd feared the worst. Chief's been worried too. Well, come on up.
You heard the man? You bring wanted men here, to our refuge. Might as well tell every crier and herald from here to Almorica where we hide. So tell me, why have you returned? Be not so quick to anger, sister. At least hear my tale. Here I am not your sister. I am your commander. I was taken captive by pirates. These people rescued me. I owe them no less than my life. Pirates? Did they harm you? I am well enough, sister. My pardons, Commander. As for why I've returned, I've come to stop this madness you call a plan. A tale long since grown stale in the telling. Squabble all you please. It changes nothing. You left with those who shared your doubts, did you not? I do not oblige anyone to take part against his will. Else I would not have let you go.
Take part in what? What plans?
It's no concern of yours. I would thank you to remain silent.
They mean to assassinate Duke Ronway.
Silence!
Assassinating a single man, even the Duke, will not end this struggle. With no one to tend the Wallister rudder, the Bakram will sense opportunity. It will be all-out war.
That is our purpose. Balbatos and the Galgastani now teeter on the brink. If the Wallister are allowed to deliver the finishing blow, they will control half of Valeria. The Bakram and Wallister armies would then be evenly matched. They would break themselves one against the other. But Branton and Ronway are no fools. They would forge a truce. And all would be as it is now. However, if the Duke is dead, a very different story unfolds. The Bakram would at last invade. And when Branton declares himself hegemon over all of Valeria, then we assassinate him as well.
A great many ifs and whens.
No more than we require. This isle will be ours. You've heard our plan. Why not join us? Fight at our side. You can let the Duke hunt you, or you can become the hunter. Help us cast down the Duke, cast down the Dark Knights, and restore peace.
War's horrors are visited not on us, but on the small folk caught in the maelstrom. I want no part in a kingdom built on the bones of the innocent.
You'd best have good reason for this interruption.
A messenger!
Catch your breath, soldier, and we'll hear your news.
Coritanae has fallen. The Wallister forces have broken the Galgastani.
What's this?
More! Hierophant Balbatos was taken captive and put to the sword this morn.
This changes nothing. Have the men prepare. The messenger is welcome to stay and rest.
Yes, Mum.
No, sister! You must stop this!
What means are left us now that Coritanae has fallen? We must move swiftly, before the Duke rallies the Galgastani remnants to his flag. If there was another way, its time has passed, Sistina.
No, sister! You are wrong! You are wrong!
I'm afraid I am needed elsewhere. While she remains blind to the reckoning of the day, my sister will ever chase her dreams. Lofty visions are all well and good, but without feet firmly upon the ground, you will drift. If my sister refuses to soil her hands, the moment will slip through her fingers, much as it has for you. Regardless, I love my sister. Please, watch over her. Do not begrudge her your aid.
My sister is wrong. There must be a better way. If we choose ends over means, we are no better than the demon Branton and the Duke. Is that what you have been fighting for, sister? A country with roots steeped in blood? I cannot believe it.
Join us, Sistina. We're your people now.
In truth, I felt a kinship with you from the time we met.
Then fight with us.
I shall. and I will cling to my dream. Even should it lead me into opposition with my own sister.
Sistina wants to join the party. Now, if you wish to, even if you don't recruit them, and for the purposes of showing you the dialogue, we will actually not recruit them. But just so you know, in our real game, we are going to keep them. You just say yes, you just get the cheering, nothing happens. I'm trying to show you all the cool dialogue. So we're going to say no, and we're going to say we do not wish to recruit them, yes.
For all your talk, you're no different than Barbatos.
Anyways, by picking that choice, you get the title Man with Friends, regardless of whether or not you keep these people.
So I was a fool to believe you after all.
Eager to be free of this old burden, are you?
New title earned, and among friends. Befriended members of the Liberation Front at Bowen Fortress. And we can see here that we dismissed them. It says here, at Denham's invitation, she joined the Order of Tran, fighting as a member of the Resistance until being dismissed by Denham. Give me a second, we'll load, and we'll be right back with the real say. Okay, so this is the correct outcome. She's joined us after sharing similar values. See if there's anything else to really appear. He later accepted an offer from Denham to join the Order of Tran. He later accepted an offer from Denham to join the Order of Tran. Lundar Balbatos, former leader of the Kingdom of Galgastan. After war broke out, he established a realm ruled by the descendant of Count Orlando, a former lord of Coritanae. He installed himself as regent under the pretense of guiding the young lord. He started the Blood War to suppress the Wallister and take the southern half of Valeria for his own. Within a few months, he crushed the Wallister forces and captured their leader, Duke Broadway. However, he was in turn defeated by the Wallister resistance after the Duke's liberation. He was executed following his capture. And then we can actually see in the Wheel of Fortune a hidden cutscene. Following a decisive victory at the Sanji Wheel, the Wallister resistance advanced on Coritanae Keep. The Galgastani were not prepared to face such overwhelming numbers, and the resistance stormed the keep with ease. Galgastani leader Hierophant Balbatos was executed at daybreak the following morning.
Behold, a new day breaks to rouse us from our long troubled sleep. A time of nightmare, oppression, and darkness ends with the death of this man.
The blade's too clean a death. Let him feel the Wallister's pain!
Why does his blood still pump warm while my son lies in the earth? Die, Galgastani demon!
To hell with you, Ogre! Your death is new life for Galgastan!
Hear that, Balbatos? Even your clansmen bear you no love. Be done with it. Quiet! Quiet, brave Wallister clansmen. I hear your cries all too clearly. For they are my own. Galgastani friends, know that all suffering, yours and ours, flowed forth from this man. With his blood, let us wash away all bile and rancor. Let his life pay the debt upon our hearts. Wallister and Galgastani stand as one. War is ended.
Child of the Great Father, son of Filaha, have you any last words?
War is ended. You are a fool. It was not I who started this war. All of you took up arms with me. Despicable! Even with your last breath, you seek to place the blame upon these people, your subjects?
I pity you, Ronwe. We are more alike than you can know, sitting behind our castle walls. We talk much of how the world should be, yet never stoop to dirty our own hands. That's what knights are for, is it not? Yet as much as you tell yourself the people are yours, you are wrong. They do not dance upon our palms. It is we who dance upon theirs. Mark my end well, Ronwe, for it will be yours.
That's enough of that! Do it!
They kill me now because they tire of war. What cause will they proclaim when they kill you?
And then back to the cheery music. Okay, in this next scene, Kashua will not be available as a guest. And I have made the mistake of not unequipping her amulet. Although it really, really pains me, it makes me actually sad that I don't have this amulet in my inventory now. But if I would suggest considering the possibility of unequipping it or unequipping all of her gear. Go ahead and head on in. Win with a Kunoichi, that's a female ninja, or ninja in the battle party. Win with an archer in the battle party, use a recruit skill. Let's see, is this... I guess this army's fine. We have ninja, we have archer. Guess we're right. We're not really allowed to look at the map. Kind of like my flyer setup, actually. Is there anything else I really need? Terra Knight might come in handy, maybe a Dragoon. Put that in. What else? I guess that looks decent. We could throw in an army of flyers, actually. That might be kind of amusing. Alright, we'll do this just for the heck of it. Now, you notice we can't scout, though. I'll have to tell you about the map once it begins. I do recommend that regardless of whether or not you unequip Kashua's necklace, you let her wield a staff instead of a shield.
Silence. No one's here. It's all right, sister. You can come out. Zapan!
A fortunate encounter! The wheel turns for me.
If not for us, I'd have happily grown old, never having seen your pockmarked mug again.
Ah, now, no need to be so sour. If you only got to know me, you'd find me quite amiable.
Amiable when luring us into a trap?
No trap. Just luck. Now, to claim that head of yours before any saintly knights happen along with different ideas. Get 'em!
So much for it being safe, huh, Denim? Let me pause right away and we'll talk about the map. Treasures are as follows. One is here, one is here, one is here, and one is here. This is a light dragon. It's the first one I've seen. I was tempted to recruit it at the very beginning. When I first approached this map, I was like, oh, light dragon. Let me come back with a dragon tamer, beast master, whatever, beast tamer. Same thing over here, there's a dark dragon. However, while you can recruit them, their stats are comparable to that of any other dragon that I found in Fulrampa Wildwood. And if you defeat them, you get 3 class marks to change any other dragon into them. So, You can either have one, or you can turn 3 others. We'll turn 3 others. Same thing for these guys here. These are actually hoplite lizardmen, which I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is a class specifically for lizardmen. But I'm not 100% sure. Well, you can recruit them using wizards, or you can defeat them and get 3 foot soldier marks, which will turn you into hoplites. These golems will also drop 3 marks. One is a clay golem, that'll drop 3 sandstone marks, and one is a stone golem, and that'll drop 3 granite marks. These 2 beastmasters, or beast tamers, you can recruit. This one's from Xenobia, for whatever that's worth to you. So what I ended up doing was, I would use my stat calculator and try to make one of these with a high level of stats. I just kept rolling and rolling the map until I got one that I was happy with. These 2 are rogues. You cannot recruit them, but you can kill them and they will drop money. And finally, this is just an enchantress. Alright, so she will attempt to, under normal circumstances, retreat back to your team, but because of the speed of the dragons, they will rush up to you. And if she has a shield equipped, she'll decide, oh, you know what, I can do good damage with this shield. Maybe like 60 or something. So instead of running away, she'll run up to them and bonk the dragon on the head with the shield. Very brave of her, but does not help you in the long run, unless you're okay just sacrificing her for a couple quick turns to get away with your denim. It's probably better for the battle itself for her to retreat so she can keep healing. And let's see how the AI does. This is my first take of letting the AI run amok on this map. Oh, I guess I need to give some of you guys an AI. Wait, are you guys flying? They probably are. They just didn't lift off yet. I will probably have to take control of Denim, actually, because I don't think he's going to retreat. Let's try putting Ardent Mender and see what he does. I've actually had some success making wizards and archers Ardent Mender, because then they actually try to stay further away. Unlike the last battle where you saw Aerosol rush at the enemy, that was with the Striker, the ranged Striker command. Nope, this is not what I want. I mean, he'll keep it. He should be okay for a turn or 2. So we'll go ahead and take command of Denim himself. And if he should manage to, if an opening should manage to arise, we'll try to retreat him back to the army. Well, he's not alone anymore. All my flyers are moving in. That was a heavy hit for counter. Counters normally don't do much of anything. I mean, it's still nice, but they really don't do much damage. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll zoom in a little bit because I want you to have a better viewing experience. I wonder if this is too much. That is, I mean, they are really packed around Denim, so it's probably good. And we'll turn off hit point bars because that's too many hit point bars. Yeah, that'll just liquidate her. Let's do that. And we'll go and back up some. So we'll just back up all the way for now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much for me because if anybody gets incapped, I'm gonna go ahead and restart. And I don't know, they probably won't even attack Denim because he's fairly heavily armored. All right, you are too far. Get in there and help out. And you, I assume you're gonna move in as soon as you get your turn again. So we'll leave you alone. Can't reach the cockatrice, so we'll have you manual. I could have equipped them with items. I forgot to do that. There's some players have equipped their griffins and cockatrice with items to make them flying healing units. Just like run around the map healing whoever needs it. I assume you cannot reach. Oh, you can. I assume it hits both of them. If that's, I'm going to assume the Terra Knight moves in, but if he doesn't, I will go and take command, just walk him up. Sometimes your melee units do not move forward because they are worried the enemy will they're worried about entering the range of the bad guy. Even though their role is to attack the bad guy, they don't want to be the one to walk up and get hit first.
We've no hope of prevailing against the likes of you. Not yet. We must withdraw. What? What was that?
Take the town!
No more! Is this what passes for honor in Lodus?
You bear the arms of Xenobia. So this is the Holy Knight Lancelot. How I have longed for this moment. Show me the power that crushed Highland.
Only too gladly. Let our steel sing.
Come out, Zapan. Where are you hiding?
Here, Denim!
Koshua, where are you?
Up here!
Greetings, Denim. Ha! So close, so very close. Almost slipped away on me. Your sister will be joining my merry band. If you care to see her again, hasten to the walls of Almorica.
No! Zapan, don't do this! Coward!
Who goes there?
Did your mother not warn you against playing on the streets at night, boy?
Gildas!
Dark Knight of Lodis, your quarrel is with me! What's this? A Xenobian wants to fight? I'll gladly meet you, if you've even strength enough to draw.
Pick up your feet, lass!
Denim!
Sister!
Go, Denim, swiftly! Follow them! As imprudent as you are impudent. I'll dress you like a holiday goose. Hedge Knight! I said go! But first, a venomous strike to take the fight from you!
Okay, so I try not to speak during the cutscene, but geez, that last scene where Denim just sort of impotently watches Kaisho be taken away is ridiculous. Oh, I would definitely try to use a recruit skill on your playthrough so you can get the intelligence charms. Those are permanent stat increases to your intelligence. But again, the AI doesn't use a recruit skill, so it didn't really come up. Already level up. Now we are level 19 and we can start finding enemies with Balder leggings. If you were to head back to Forumpa Wildwood, you can farm enemies for those leggings, or you can just buy them from the store. Let's go and take a look at the Warren report. We have a couple of new talk icons. Bakram invade. Bakram forces launched a new offensive on Rhime mere days after the downfall of the Kingdom of Galgastan. They now battle soldiers of the Wallacey Resistance garrison there, and both sides have suffered heavy losses. Refugees from Rhime are streaming into the Fidok region. Another tragedy reminiscent of the massacre at Bamamusa has occurred. A great many of the townspeople of Rhime have fallen victims to the Bakram invasion. At least 5,000 are believed dead, and bodies litter the streets. With skirmishes still taking place, as yet nothing can be done to put the dead to rest. Sounds like a good time for necromancers, I suppose. Dark Knight Martome. This is the dude that met your character. He was the one who fought the White Knight. A Lothlorien commander from Gallius, seat of the Holy Lodisian Empire, and member of their most elite strike force. He is known for his cunning swordplay. He will stop at nothing to achieve victory, living by the motto, "It always comes to blood." Though his words lack grace, he wields a blade with great finesse. He is one of the Dark Knights who attacked Golyat. Together with Sir Barbas, he also took part in the sacking of Rhime, where he clashed steel with Sir Gildas. This one is the one that fought Lance. I think of him, even though his full name is Lancelot and has some parallels with the Dark Knight Lancelot, I think of him as Lance because that's, you know, I've known March of the Black Queen for much longer. That's also where he was first introduced in the game. I'm sure it was a character limitation or translation thing, but that's personally how I think of him. Barbas, Lothlorien commander, hailing from Beaumont on the borderlands of Lotus, and member of their most elite strike force. He's a giant of a man, and the most bloodthirsty of the 7 Lothlorien commanders. He was put on trial for beating a superior to death, but was saved from execution by Lancelot Tartaros. He led the Bakram forces invading Rhime and battled the Holy Knight Lancelot there. He was also among the Dark Knights who attacked Golyat a year ago. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't seem to have any updates for Lancelot or anything like that. Does it? I mean, I didn't see an icon for it, but let's check. Yeah, there's nothing new here.
I cannot steal a moment's peace. What now?
It's the Bakram, Your Grace. They've marched on Rhime.
What? That's absurd.
Our riders send word that the battle is already joined.
What news of the city? Has it fallen?
No, Your Grace. The Xenobian knights have managed to hold her walls. But they cannot long last against the Bakram siege. They've requested immediate reinforcement.
Very well. Summon Leonar.
Begging Your Grace's pardon, Sir Leonar rode for Almorica at daybreak.
Yes, of course. Bring quill and parchment. Leonar must know of this. And ready the fastest courser in Coritanae.
At once, Your Grace!
What is Lodis scheming, eh? With Balbatos gone, old alliances turn to ash. Confound them all!
Well, to be fair, he was from the very beginning planning to backstab the Dark Knights first anyway, so I don't know why he's complaining about old alliances turning to ash. When with an archer in the battle party, use magic to heal and obtain a buff card. I don't quite know who all has dialogue in this map. I do know that Donato does, so we'll go ahead and load up on special characters. All the special characters? I think so. Let's figure out what our ranks look like. Okay, let's get another cleric in here.
Here he is, sure as the wind. I half worried the Bakram had got the best of him.
So this boy is the hero butcher of Balmamusa, is he?
Zapan, you coward! What have you done with my sister?
You know what's to be done, then?
Aye, well enough. I don't give a fig for no bounty, long as his head rolls. I had old friends at Balmamusa. They'll rest better with him beneath the earth.
Pardon the parley, Denham. Had a few matters needed tending. Your sister's safe and sound within the castle. But you're not be leaving with her, except in by force.
By force, then?
It says to vanquish Hermidos and Zapan, you only need to vanquish Hermidos. If you defeat her, Zapan will flee. If you attempt to defeat Zapan, he will flee, and you still have to defeat Hermidos. Let's go ahead and also show you where random enemies and loot things that I know about are. Let's see here. There is loot here, here, and under this rock. This was one of the random enemies, as well as 3 more in this region, and 4 more in this region. So it looks like 2 random enemies out of 8 will spawn, and the rest are static creatures. But yeah, the main reason I did not go back to redo that map was not because I rolled for a high Xenobian Beast Tamer, because I spent 14 hours having my guys train their weapon proficiencies. So they're all ready to go, aside from the ninjas and clerics with hammers. Meaning that those skills are still level 17, but everything else is level 19 for everybody. And I don't feel like having that time put to waste, so I will just give up the Crimson Necklace. We'll just consider that Kashua's memento, and hopefully it will keep her safe. Tremendous berry. Nice. What? You probably could have punched her for more than that, but alright. Someone give me that knight some healing. Oh, sure, AI. Just run deeper into enemy territory and attack. Let me take command for a second. The witch is going to get to go. Enchantress. He can survive that hit. I don't know if he'll be able to I don't think he'll be able to reach. Bayan can't reach either. He might be gone. I might have to restart, but we'll try this. AI has no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. I doubt I can kill this guy. What is that? That is a wizard. You'll get hit by the wizard and then probably the archer. So unless Bayan or the cleric can heal him, that's probably it for this run. If I show my back, maybe he'll want to shoot my back. Okay, that works for me. Have a healing seed. And just don't run deeper into the enemy lines. Let me try to pull the knight out. Maybe I should heal. Kind of get an idea. Have him slice. Get her out of the way. Okay, that looks a lot more decent. I'm gonna assume you'll heal Bayan. Thank you. I thought he was gonna punch the knight in the back of the head instead. Would have been much happier if you went over to... Oh man, now the wizard's moving? Well, thankfully he didn't try to finish off my guy.
Ramados, hear me. You have Balmamusa wrong.
That you, Abuna? I thought you kept better company. A man of the cloth abetting in such carnage! But then the Church has never shied from good bloodletting, has it?
It was Leonar and the Duke who slew the people of Balmamusa, not us or the Galgastani. I swear it in the name of the Great Father.
You clergy are all alike. Invoke the name of God and expect the people to follow you like sheep. Balbatos and Branton can scarce void their bowels without speaking Filaha's name. Well, I'm not having any of it. Your god is just another fairy tale. Tell me, what god would visit war on his people? And a holy war? That's the richest of them all. I may not believe in gods, but the devils who brandish their steel before me are real enough.
I'll take one more intervention here. I'm sure it's the same AI the enemy uses, but I would like it if the player AI spent a little bit more focus on keeping themselves alive.
Ramados, please. You must listen.
Aracel? Now this is a surprise. I thought you dead. But it's not like the Thunder Maiden to betray the Resistance over a pretty young face, hero or no.
The massacre was the Duke's plot. I had it from the lips of his own men. Denham tried to stop them. He's innocent.
If it is as you say, Leonor lied to us?
I know. I didn't want to believe it, but I can no longer deny the truth.
Have the years robbed me of my wits? I would rather have lived out my days in a cottage with my grandchildren. They weren't much younger than you, boy. But the war took my sons and their sons. I joined the resistance to end this madness. With the spellcraft at my disposal, I thought it best that I do what I could to help.
So did we all. Nor have I forgotten the suffering we have endured. If I could better the lives of the Wallister through battle alone, I would fight till my last breath. When the Duke named me Hero of Golyat, I thought it might somehow further our cause. But the Duke uses men as a cattleman uses his kine, quick to slaughter when his hunger needs sating. How can you not recognize him for the creature he is?
You're quick to blame the Duke, but what about yourself? What would you sacrifice to sate your ambition? How many of your companions would you send to their deaths to save your sister? Know you any limits at all?
I would never wage war for my own profit.
Surrender, and give the lie to my words, or do you value your own life above your companions?
Spent quite a bit of time there patching my wounds up, but I think that should hopefully be enough. Come on. There you go. Yeah, I had worried about bunching up my guys like that, but I really wanted to try to get my healing in. You didn't even fire at anybody.
That's 3 times you've bested me, boy!
If Zapan thinks I'll abandon my sister, he's sorely mistaken.
I didn't know. I was too quick to judge. The spirits have told me everything. Forgive me, Denim. We'll finally comes around. With luck, I'll find my sons waiting.
I'm coming, sister.
If you defeat Ramidos first, Zapan insults her dead body and then leaves. Ramidos Mendoza, a Wallister who once served with the Wallister Resistance. She was a spiritualist from the village of Vanan near the border of Almorica, contacting the dead to pass on messages to their kin. Regardless of whether her talents were genuine, Ramidos brought peace to many grieving loved ones. Her husband died at an early age, and the compassion she learned as a mother raising a young boy on her own no doubt helped her fill the part well. She lived in Vanan with her son's family, but all her kin were slain when the village was sacked in the early days of the war. She then joined the Wallister Resistance as a spellbinder, specializing in offensive magic. She was killed in battle when Denim arrived at Almorica Castle to free Kashua, who had been kidnapped by Zapan the mercenary. Win without any incapacity units. I have no idea how you would not get this bonus objective. Maybe in the New Game Plus mode you can have more than one character? I don't know. Go ahead and begin.
Zapan! Vice! What are you doing?
You can't! We were allies!
Fool. I know the proper use for a hostage.
Oh!
You're next, Denim.
What have you done with Kashua?
Denim!
Unhand my sister!
Oh, I will. But first, you and I have a score to settle.
There must be some other way. Hear me out!
Talk, talk, talk. Let our steel speak instead.
Vanquish Vice. Now, this was completely unintentional on my part, but he was generated as water, and I picked lightning because it just seems cooler.
Vice, it doesn't have to end like this.
Ever since we were boys, you could do no wrong. They lavished praise on you while I looked on, forgotten. Is it because of our fathers, do you think? The son of a respected Abuna, and the son of a loutish drunkard. It was a relief when he died, but nothing changed. Why did they hate me? What flaw have I that you have not?
This is a fantasy! You're my friend! What became of our friendship?
Did I hide my hatred so well? I was never your friend. Oh, how I envied you. Your father, the good Abuna. Your sister, all beauty and grace.
Kashua thinks of you as a second brother.
If you could only hear yourself. You've always been the one she cares for. Not even your father was good enough for her. You're the only one she trusts. The only one she loves.
No, it's not too late. Whatever you may say, I was a friend to you, and I would be so again.
I want no betrayer for a friend. The Duke and Leonard have placed their faith in me. They have friends enough.
They only use you. When you've outlived that usefulness, they'll throw you to the wolves.
You have it the wrong way round. I am no babe in the woods, wailing for companionship. I am the wolf, and I will use them as I see fit.
Enough of this! Stay your blades!
But he's as good as dead!
Easy, Vice. Our circumstance has changed.
But it was you who ordered his death!
Stop talking and listen. You'll want to hear this too, Denim. Rhime has fallen. The Bakram will soon be here.
But Sir Lancelot...
Dead. Fled. I know not. But we no longer have the luxury of fighting amongst ourselves. Denim, you must join the Duke. What's done is done. Our true foe stands before us.
Have you gone mad? He's a traitor!
Enough, Vice. Did you hear nothing I said? I know why it is you fight, Denim. You dream of a world free of war and hatred. A worthy dream, and reasonable, but reason alone cannot move men to act. Is that how you want this to end? Will you let your father go unavenged? Join us. If not for yourself, then for the Wallister.
Alright, this is another major decision. We are obviously going to say no. You first murdered everybody I wanted to protect, then you pinned it on me, then you hunted me. How long until it happens again? You know I can't do that.
I'll never rejoin you. You're no different from the Bakram. You are beaten. It is you who chase a dream. Nothing true was ever built without sweat and sacrifice.
What now? Do you go on trying to bend the world to your will?
I'm not so arrogant as that, but I will show our people there is another way. I believe they can rise above this pettiness.
While we walk the earth, there will ever be conflict. A man will kill another over a husk of bread if not restrained. It falls on us to rein in these base creatures and bring order to the world. They crave a master to lead them, to give them purpose.
There is truth in your words, but still I must trust them. I don't know what to believe. Why do I fight? Why do any of us?
Perhaps you will understand in time. These are demons you alone can face. Now go, Denim. Take your sister and leave this place.
What are you doing? You can't just let him leave!
Go. See the world as it is and dispel your doubts. Search the isles, search all the world, you will not find what you seek. When your hope has died, come back. I'll be waiting.
You'll wait a long time.
Denim!
Let him go. He must come to us willingly, or not at all.
We may regret letting him live.
Should it come to that, I'll put him down myself.
No, let it be me.
Who's controlling those portcullises? Anyways, yeah, I not only had heavy armor, I also had level 19 dagger proficiency equipped, which probably reduced about 20 damage. I have tested it. It does reduce damage, but not substantially.
Am I so naive? Do I know so little of the world? unhand my sister.
Did I hide my hatred so well? I was never your friend.